Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Ignition Time. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda, and this right here is a little bit of information about me. Check out my video, you'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. Also, please click like, subscribe, and enable notifications because that is the way you can support our channel. We work hard on this channel every single day, 7 days a week, to bring you important news pertaining to the country, the economy, as well as our money in an unbiased way without any of the hype. Well, speaking of hype, folks, here's some very interesting news. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez from New York is going to introduce a bill to extend pandemic unemployment insurance to 2022. Here's a headline of an article on your screen from CNBC's Make It. And Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is actually calling for this pandemic unemployment insurance and all the associated programs to be extended until February 2022. In fact, she announced this in a virtual town hall in the past couple of days. And she said she will introduce a bill to extend federal unemployment programs established under the CARES Act, which, as you know, have expired over Labor Day. Now, if this is passed, this could extend unemployment insurance and make it retroactive from September 6th all the way through February 1st, 2022. Now, millions of Americans and their families have lost access to these federal unemployment programs, including the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which was a crucial program for freelance workers, gig workers, part-time workers, and all the programs that help the long-term unemployed. Also, the $300 weekly booster that was created to supplement the low state unemployment benefits is gone. Here's a quote from Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I've been very disappointed on both sides of the aisle that we've just simply allowed pandemic unemployment assistance to completely lapse when we are clearly not fully recovered from the consequences of the pandemic. Now, she added she's not sure whether this bill can be passed, but she said she simply could not allow this to happen without at least trying to extend jobless aid. In fact, here's a tweet on your screen from Ida Chavez, who is a Washington, D.C. correspondent for The Nation, and she is announcing what Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is doing. So you can see this image on your screen. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez introduces a bill to extend pandemic unemployment insurance. She's going to introduce a bill to extend all federal pandemic unemployment insurance through February 1st, 2022. If passed, the benefits will be retroactive to the 6th of September. And so this is super interesting, folks. Let me know whether you feel this really has a chance of passing. I have to tell you that although this sounds promising, I'm not entirely confident that this really has a chance of passing. In fact, let's see exactly what Congressman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez said in this virtual town hall in the last couple of days with NY14. This was a virtual town hall with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Let's roll the tape and hear what she had to say as she announces that she's going to introduce a bill to extend all federal pandemic unemployment insurance through February 1st, 2022. So, do you think this really has a chance of passing? Let's first hear from Congresswoman Cortez and let's roll the tape and watch.
Now, secondarily, one of the things that we're taking a look at is on unemployment benefits. Now, unemployment benefits expired, as many of you may know, on September 6th. This is an issue that's affecting up to 10% of people in New York City. Okay. That is affecting up to 10% of all New Yorkers. And we want to make sure that that we don't allow this to lapse. I've been very disappointed on both sides of the aisle that we've just simply allowed pandemic unemployment assistance to completely lapse when we are clearly not fully recovered from the consequences of the pandemic. And we know that allowing unemployment benefits to expire, one moment, allowing unemployment benefits, allowing unemployment benefits to expire does not force people back to work. And we know this because certain Republican states have tried this natural experiment and people have not gone back to work even when cut off from the vast majority of unemployment assistance. So I will be reintroducing legislation to bring back the pandemic unemployment assistance. I'm not entirely sure the prospects of it, and I want to be completely honest with you all on that. We will work it. We will try. But I simply just could not allow us to let this happen without at least trying. And even if the majority of the caucus is not on board, we are going to do our best to make that effort. And again, I just simply could not allow the pandemic unemployment assistance to expire without at least one of us trying and introducing legislation to make it happen.
Now, folks, I do want to be clear. Many Republican lawmakers and business owners have said that the weekly booster has incentivized people to stay home and not want to go back looking for jobs. On the other hand, several studies have shown that jobless benefits have had a minimal impact on hiring, and that other concerns about the Delta variant, about childcare, about early retirement have actually forced individuals or compelled individuals to not be able to go back to work. So this is really complex, and this is not a black and white situation. Now, a lot of politicians do try and present this as a black and white situation, present people as potentially being lazy for being dependent on unemployment benefits, but that is more political than it is economic. The reality is that some of us need help more than others. Now, I want to be clear, not everyone needs help, and are there some people who are potentially, essentially living off the system and not looking for jobs? Yes, unfortunately, there's waste in every system, but if there's a way to help people who need help the most, if there's a way to help people who lost their jobs through no fault of their own and who are simply not able to get back into the workforce for whatever reason, they should get the help. And that is what AOC is trying to shoot for. In fact, here's the headline of an article on your screen from Bloomberg. Ocasio-Cortez prepares bill to extend unemployment benefits. So as you can clearly see, she's trying to do this. And again, millions of our fellow Americans lost benefits. And folks, the truth here is that officials in 26 states previously decided to opt out of the federal unemployment benefits prior to the official end of the federal unemployment programs over Labor Day weekend. And a lot of advocates for the withdrawal basically said that it was encouraging individuals to not go back into the workforce. And Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez also said that her measure would extend all federal unemployment insurance until February 1st. Now, if the bill was enacted into law, again, she said that the benefits would be retroactive. In other words, benefits that did not get disbursed between the September 6th expiration date and whatever date the legislation would be enacted would be paid out retroactively. She did say this, though, and I want to be clear. I'm not entirely sure the prospects of it, and I want to be completely honest with you on all that. We will work it, we will try, but I simply just could not allow us to let this happen without at least trying. Let me know if you agree with the effort by Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez about trying to get these federal unemployment benefits extended. I can tell you that this Democratic Congresswoman, along with the senator from Vermont, Bernie Sanders, have been working hard to try and pass more stimulus checks and more unemployment benefits. Whether that'll actually happen, whether we'll get the support of centrist Democrats with this, we're definitely not going to get any Republicans to vote for this. That is what remains to be seen. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. Once again, please click the like button. Please click subscribe. Please enable notifications. That is your way of rewarding all the efforts that go into this channel on a daily basis. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.